These are the top 5 moments in Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2. Now in Part 2, there's a lot of moments that got me hyped, so it was pretty difficult to choose my top 5. I'm just a chill guy, so if you don't like my list, go eat a blueberry. Let's start off with some honorable mentions here, and the first one's going to go to Tori knocking that person's tooth out. And the best thing about this scene was that Yoon was more excited than Tori and grabbed the tooth. Grabbed the tooth and lifted it up as they claimed victory. This was such a great moment, but I just couldn't get it into my top 5. Speaking of Yoon, you're not going anywhere, buddy, because you're in honorable mention number 2 as well. The tag team between Hawk and Dimitri was so electric that I almost went through my monitor. They really just decided to pull some tag team moves from WWE. Yeah, they're the Binary Brothers, but they were acting like Kane and The Undertaker. They were acting like the Brothers of Destruction in that moment. Get these boys into the ring and let them get those championships. But my boy Yoon was getting absolutely clapped. He was getting shit on. He didn't have a moment to breathe because Hawk and Dimitri just locked into their chemistry. And when they lock into their chemistry and actually use their brains, it's GG from there. At number 5, I'm going to put the end season brawl in Kwan's death, and I think a lot of you are going to have this higher up on your list. Even though this was a chaotic moment, there was just too much going on, so that's why it's in my number 5 spot. During this brawl, we got one of the best scenes in part 2. Zara and Tori start going at it, and then Robby comes over there and saves Tori, saying stuff like, "Get off her," and pushes Zara away. Like, come on, man, that's my Robby. Zara proceeds to say, "You'd really choose her over me?" If it was me, though, Robby's better than me, I'm telling you that right now. And then Robby says one of the coldest lines in part 2. It's not even close. Zara, I know Robby did you dirty, but I'm right here, alright? This shit had me going because we finally got a moment where Robby and Tori were connected again. Because during this whole season, their connection just vanished. And there's good reason for that. Also, the Kwan death scene was just heartbreaking as it is. He couldn't take that he was losing to Axel, so he grabbed a knife to try to get the upper hand. In mid-flight with the kick, Kwan landed, and it was squishy squash. They really did nerf my boy because Kwan was cooking in part 1. Like, no one was stopping him. He was the powerhouse. But then they added the addition of Axel, and just no one can stop him, so. Kind of wish we would have seen more of Kwan for the powerhouse that he was, but they really did nerf him in part 2. Coming into the 4th spot, we have Robby when he turned up and hit the game-winning kick on Kwan. This was a about time moment because he did jack shit throughout the whole entire part 2. He was getting beat up left and right and then decided to lock in at this very moment. Him just screaming, getting so hyped to fight Kwan had me going. I was getting hyped with him. Matter of fact, your boy dropped down and gave 10. Like, these are the scenes of what I live for. Robby finally got his get back, and in the process, he made one of the best scenes in part 2. At number 3, we have an unpredictable moment where Zara and Robby kiss. This is after a long night of drinking and partying, and Zara took Robby back to her room. And with this image, you kind of know what went down, but Robby didn't even know what happened. But he was that intoxicated, and it took a turn for the worst. Because at this very moment, Tori came up the elevator and saw this happening, which just releases deep levels of drama. Your boy loves some drama. When they feed it to you like this, it's like you're getting fed some mac and cheese. I don't make the rules, and mac and cheese is a top tier food. This scene just caused so much drama that I live for. Because Zara and Tori want each other's blood. Shit, I don't even know if Zara wants Tori's blood, but Tori's hungry. And it seems like Zara just wants to get in her head, and she's done just that. Can't wait for part 3 when I see the fight lash out even more. In the 2nd spot, we have Miguel clutching a 2v1. The reason why this scene was so hype for me is that he told Robby, "Watch how it's done," then proceeds to walk up on this platform in 2v1. In unbelievable fashion, should I add. This was just a fuck you moment to Robby. Miguel was showing that he should have been the captain all along, and he's back to his prime self. Now when part 3 rolls around, we need Miguel to get the victory, so I don't know what he's going to do, but he might just go to Cobra Kai's team. After Kwan's death, anything's possible. There's a captain spot open. It starts with Miguel, starts with Cobra Kai, ends with Miguel, and ends with Cobra Kai. If they were smart, they would let the show come full circle. At the number 1 spot, I had to do it. I had to choose Kenny flipping off Silver. The moments leading up to this was just complete heat. You had the whole Miyagi-Do not trusting Kenny at all. With the Cobra Kai squad not even talking to him, Kenny kind of made it worse by talking to Silver and having a conversation with him. Conversation was basically like, "Yo, come over to my team, we're undefeated," and Kenny didn't really give an answer. But when he won the tag team match, like absolutely went crazy, he flipped him off, and that was the answer. An answer to just say, "Fuck you, this is my squad." But we had like Hawk and Dimitri saying, tag me in, and Robby tags in Kenny, and it just gets me going, man. The amount of work this man put in to get that point. Fuck yeah, that made me feel so good. I love seeing the look on Dimitri and Hawk's faces when they realized Kenny was on their squad. This scene had me the most hyped. I literally put my fist up and did a fist bump in real life. Like, am I cooked? Like, I'm really doing that for a karate show? Not only did I give a fist bump, I was screaming, you know? I don't know, y'all gotta let me know if I'm cooked here. Because multiple moments in this part 2 had me doing that. I've been with the squad for a long time now, and I just want to see them succeed, you know what I'm saying? It's a feel-good moment for me as it is for the characters. Your boy's about to run a marathon right quick just by thinking about this scene. Oh! Yeah, let's fucking go, Kenny. This was just some generational fighting that I've never seen out of any of the Cobra Kai characters. I'm telling you, Kenny went into his Duffy. Let me know what you guys have as your top 5 scenes in Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2.